Okay, this is our maturity level scale that we use not just to evaluate disaster recovery maturity, but we also use this to evaluate business recovery and then provide an overall state of where your company stands. We use 6 levels: level 0, non-existent, all the way to best of breed, levels, what we call level 5. Now, what we basically see, which is kind of scary overall, is what we find in a majority of our IT organizations that we start with. They're down in the lowest levels of maturity. Level 0, either the program does not exist. Level 1, a couple people within the organization are doing something, it's not structured. There is no rhyme or reason. Level 2, we're just starting to get some idea of what we need with regards to disaster recovery. Okay? And too many times, I will tell you, in the majority of cases, IT is leading business continuity in the organization. We typically will find that in most cases, IT is either leading or been asked to drive the entire process versus the business driving the entire process, which is the way it should be. Level 3, capable. This is about 30% of the companies that we work with. Typically takes about 2 years to achieve compliance in this level of maturity. Level 3 is basically stating, I have plans for my critical systems and applications, and should I have an event, I can recover them. But the problem is most companies do not exceed level 3. This is kind of like when you're running the marathon. I think, what is that mile? Mile 21, where you reach that point and you don't know if you can make it. This is kind of what happens to a lot of companies. They don't continue progressing. They stop there. So their program either stays stale or it digresses. Now, level 4 mature, about 10% of today's companies. Typically takes about 3 years to get here. This is the point, though, that you would feel very comfortable, I'm meeting my recovery needs. I have demonstrated full capability to recover my critical systems and applications in my organization. And then last, best of breed. It's about less than 5% of today's companies. You know, I have here 3 to 5 years. There's a client of mine, or not a client, excuse me, a colleague of mine, works for a very large credit card company. We were talking about this maturity scale. It took them 16 years to reach level 5. Took them a long time to reach all the learnings, new technology, etc., in order to reach best of breed. When we work with clients using this scale, most customers, unless they're in the financial industry, want to be at the level 4 mature. They like to be able to use this scale so that they can go back to management and say, in order for me to meet this, this is what I need, dollars-wise, resources, etc. So very, very important. People like to be measured. What we still see, though, is very few customers, their business recovery and disaster recovery is not in alignment. One is typically in a greater level of recovery maturity than the other. What we hope for is both business and IT recovery are in the same type of alignment and making progress at the same time, so that there is an alignment. I'm sure all of you as IT professionals have seen how many times the business will say, I need this system in 24. You may think it doesn't need to be recovered for 5 days, or vice versa. So what do we do with that? We spend too much money in either hardware, technology, or vice versa. We don't. So we're still caught. So we're starting to see it, making sure you align properly.